Hey all, back at it. Good morning. 5:30 Chronicle, or the Daily Chronicle. I think we're still kicking around the name here, but the whole purpose of the call really, or the video series, is us chronicling our days. It's a journal, a video diary, if you will, for us to learn from ourselves, our kids to learn from us, and hopefully you all can take a thing or two away on how we manage all our priorities, the things that we do, kids, being active dads, having jobs, running two companies, caring about other things, and how we all try to manage all those things that we do. So I'm Keith, and for a surprise today, I'm actually in Los Angeles with my guy.
I'm Rodney.
Rodney.
What's happening?
And today,
Eyes on the road.
he's got to drive, so you get a lot of me today since we
I'm
can't
sorry.
split screen.
I'm so sorry.
So take that for what you want.
Nothing.
But today we want to talk about, we recently posted one on priorities, but I think there's some important factor within managing priorities, and it's something that we took away a long time ago from Compete to Create with Dr. Mike Gervais. We had the privilege of sitting in some high performance training with them, and really this idea of focus, right? And we wanted to talk about that because we were just in the car rapping about it. This is how our day has gotten started here this morning, thinking about this in more detail of, well, how is it that we actually do this? And I don't know, Rod, do you have any initial thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think as more has entered the plate, other stuff has left and become a lot more. I have become a lot more, and I think you have as well, become a lot more efficient at finding the gaps. You know, like stuff like this, like, oh, we're in the car for another 30 minutes. Hey, let's shoot 4 videos. That's 4 days worth of content. Or let's write an email back to somebody. Or we're just getting more efficient at finding the gaps to get as much work done as possible in random spots. And I think that's my first thought. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I would add to it is really just attention to what it is that we're doing. One of the professional volleyball players that Dr. Mike employs as part of their high performance culture training,
because you don't know.
Or employed. I mean, I took this 4 years ago, so I still remember the story, but I don't remember the details of the individuals in the room. But she shared the story about being a mom and still maintaining a high level of athletic competition.
The highest, right?
The highest. I mean, she's an Olympic volleyball player, right? And really, what it came down to was it's a matter of focus, right? When you go into training as a single person without kids, it's really easy to make a training session 2 or 3 hours. You know, you got time in between sets, you're taking breaths. But now, as a parent, she shared the story. It's like, I have an hour and I am going to maximize that hour. And that's a lot of the mentality that we have to start bringing, we bring in all of this, because if there's a video series, like, we got to be focused on the video. I can't be going to my phone and multitasking and checking this and doing this, and all of a sudden this one 5-minute task takes an hour, right? If I'm in the gym, I got an hour to work out, like, fact. So I have to maximize my workout.
Yeah, it's kind of a use it or lose it mentality with the time, right? Because, like, I got this set amount of time, and if the task I'm doing goes over, I got to find new time somewhere else because the next thing's coming. And it's always been like that to a degree, but with kids, I think there's this urgency to get back and see them and be with them. So it's like, I want to get as much done as possible, as quickly as possible. And or push stuff to the evening and really get highly effective reps so that I'm getting a lot of benefit from them.
And that's a principle with work, right? Like, managing the job and managing running 2 businesses. It's, you know, I don't want to spend 4 hours at night working on the businesses, so I have to be efficient with that time. During the day, I don't want to have extra work to do at night, so I just maximize all of my focus and attention to make sure that I do as much as I possibly can. And I just think it's what we wanted to talk about today, this idea of focus, right?
And I was going to say with focus, like probably a whole nother session is like teams, like having people to delegate stuff to and move. So you don't, because like doing it all on your own, it's just not the way to do it. It's not. But that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother Daily Chronicle we can get into.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So Rod, I think we'll close this one up.
Yeah. You ready to get after the day? And if you are you? Like, are you focused? Like, yes or no in the comments. Like, Are you focused on your task? Like, are you getting the most out of everything you're doing, or is there some space? And you don't have to necessarily comment on that, because like if you're like, yeah, no, there's space. I'm not really, you don't have to.
I got a lot of space.
You don't have to out yourself. You don't have to out yourself, but just think about it. Something we think about a lot.
I'll leave it with this. We were with one of our future guests at the podcast
Our past
last
future.
night. Past future. We interviewed him already, but his episode hasn't come out yet. And we were just talking about managing time, and he called out. He's like, yeah, I mean, he loves to do yoga, and he's like, I mean, I guess I have time.
Oh, meditation.
Meditation. Let's take a look. And he pulls up his phone and he goes, I spent 41 minutes on Instagram today. Well, there's my time, right? And like, that's it. Like, that's the mentality. It's not a judgment on your social media use. It's just the mentality of what your priorities are, to our prior video, and how you focus on them. So have a good day. Kick it today. Make it happen. And we'll catch you all tomorrow.